Hello everybody and welcome back to another Team Memes Not Meta video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the combo tutorial of Bryan's Ogdoadic deck that he showcased on a profile a little bit ago. And we're going to be taking a look at the optimal combo when everything's right, so you have a basic understanding of how the deck works. And then we're going to do a random test hand to show you what you can do when you have some suboptimal cards. So without further ado, I'm just going to hand it over to Bryan and let's take a look at this combo.
So as Andrew said, this is going to be looking at the Ogdoadics with a perfect hand, assuming your opponent has no hand traps, so you can just play this and really mess up your opponent on their turn. So the three cards you want to see is Parallel Exceed, Snake Rain, and Idly. So by starting off, you want to just normal summon Idly, and immediately link her away into Salamangreat Almirage. And activate then Idly's effect, special summon it to your side of the field, and also chaining your Parallel Exceed. And then activate Parallel Exceed's effect so you can summon another Parallel Exceed anywhere on the field, making them both level 4. Now with the two level 4s there, you can Exceed summon into Rika Queen Strenna, which we will tribute later on. Now you can activate Snake Rain, discarding one of your 2 cards in hand to send 4 into the grave. And the cards that you want to send is Nunu, Noya, Dark, and Light. So these are now in the grave along with those. Now, you want to tribute Rika Queen Strenna with Ogdoadic Light, activating the effect of not only Rika Queen Strenna, but Ogdoadic Light. So Rika Queen Strenna is going to special summon from your extra deck Sacred Tree Beast, Hypertron, and attaching herself to him. So right off the get-go, we now have a monster negate for our opponent's turn. Light's going to now activate, allowing you to summon Noya from the grave. Noya's effect goes off, allowing you to search for Ogdoadic Water Lily. So right now we have Ogdoadic Water Lily in hand, along with one more. Now we can activate Nunu's effect in grave, since we control an Ogdoadic to special summon him from the grave. And then we can link the 2 that we just summoned from grave. These will be banished. And we can summon then Reptilian Echidna. And now, since our opponent controls a monster with 0 attack on their side of the field, we can use Echidna's effect to search for another reptile monster. So in this case, we can add Ogdoadic Boundless to our hand, but you can choose any if you want to see a different one. We are now locked in the reptiles, but that's fine since we're only going to be summoning reptiles for the rest of this turn. So now we can tribute summon Salamangreat Almirage to summon Dark from our grave. And using Dark's effect, we can send back the 2 Ogdoadics that are banished and put them back into our grave. Now we can link with either Light or Dark and Reptilian Echidna. I'm going to choose Light here since I'd rather see Light in the grave more times than not instead of Dark. And we can go into Cosmic Slicer Zerol. When he's summoned, we get to search for one card that has A counters on it. In this case, we're going to search for Planet Pollutant Virus. So we'll have that in our hand, along with 3 other cards. Now, using the Ogdoadic Water Lily that we searched later on in our hands, we're going to activate it and send Alien Stealth Buster from our deck to our grave. And then Alien Stealth Buster's effect is going to activate, placing 2 counters on Corruptor Idly. And we can use Ogdoadic Water Lily's effect to summon him from the grave, since he was sent there. And then to end our turn, we are going to set 1 trap card, which is the Planet Pollutant Virus, and pass to our opponent. So right now we have a monster that negates all activated effects on our opponent's side of the field, along with a way to put AA counters on every monster that is summoned when our opponent eventually summons a monster. We are stopping them from special summoning since they have Idly on their side of the field, and we have 1 monster negate on our opponent's side of the field. I actually did forget to activate Sacred Treebeast effect when we played Water Lily. We would have been able to attach another spell to it. We could have attached Snake Rain, so that would have even allowed to negate a spell or trap if you activated it. Or just a spell card. And then when your opponent would normal summon a monster, whatever it may be, this is where you can then activate the Planet Pollutant Virus, tribute Alien Stealth Buster, and it would destroy whatever monster they normal summoned, and any further monsters that they somehow would summon would then get AA counters, making sure that they cannot activate their effects.
Alright, and this is going to be random hand test here, see what we can do with some suboptimal cards most likely. So go ahead, Bryan, take it away.
Sure, so this is assuming that we are going first. So we're just going to draw our 5 cards. We got Snake Rain, very good to see. Alien Stealth Buster, not so good. Nunu, always good to see. And Infinite Impermanence, and Called by the Grave. Okay, so since we have Called by the Grave in hand, I'm going to immediately Snake Rain, sending probably our Alien Stealth Buster to the grave. Now, if they activate an Ash or anything like that, of course, immediately Called by the Grave. But we're going to assume they have no hand traps. So I'm going to send then Noya, Dark, Nunu, and Light to the grave. And since I have no monsters, I can activate Nunu's effect in grave, special summon him to my side of the field. And I can also normal summon the Nunu I have in my hand, since I have no reason not to normal summon this turn. I can then tribute the Nunu that I normal summoned to special summon Light from the grave, and use her effect to special summon Noya from the grave. Noya's effect would allow me to search for Ogdoadic Water Lily. Add that to my hand. Using the 2 here, would send them to the banished pile, since they are banished when they leave, to summon out Reptilian Echidna. Cannot use her effect since there are no monsters on my opponent's side of the field, since we unfortunately did not grab the Ibli, but that's fine. Using Dark Engrave now, since I need more reptiles in my graveyard. To activate Water Lily, I'm going to tribute the Light, send to grave, and use his effect to send the 2 banished reptiles back into my grave, giving us the 4 needed to activate Water Lily. I would activate Water Lily now, and sending the big Ogdoadic the 3100 one, which I'm having trouble finding. Here he is. The Overlord, send him to grave, and I would special summon back out the Alien Stealth Buster. Then using Dark and Reptilian Echidna, I would link into the Cosmic Slicer Zeraol. Using Slicer's effect when he's link summoned, I can search for the trap card Planet Pollutant Virus. So now we have Planet Pollutant Virus, Called by the Grave, and Infinite Impermanence on my hand. I would set all 3, and I would pass to my opponent's side of my opponent's turn. This is not the crazy best hand to get, but we have a lot of negates. We are stopping our opponent from activating effects with Cosmic Slicer plus the Planet Pollutant Virus. I would activate that immediately. I wouldn't even wait for a normal summon in case they have some monster that activates an effect upon normal summoning. This way they won't even be able to activate that. And then we have the Call by the Grave to negate anything that might go to the graveyard, along with an Infinite Impermanence to further negate any monster effects in case they have any others.
Alright, and as you can see here, a very versatile deck, very combo-heavy deck where you're able to do a lot of things even with a suboptimal hand. So thank you very much, Bryan, for showcasing this combo tutorial. If you have any questions about the combo or anything else, leave a comment down below. As always, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching Team Memes Not Meta.